Hey, do it now. Yeah, hey.
Hey Keto fam, Keto Kelly just getting her done. It is Wednesday. What the hell day is it? June the 6th. That's right. So yesterday we lost power at about 2:45. There was about 3,000 people in the immediate area who lost power for some reason. We don't know why. But right 15 minutes before I start my eating window. So I'll go ahead and post a picture of what I actually did yesterday. I had to grill burgers. I had to cook my bacon on my grill, which is fine. I mean, they were delicious, and I still have some left over. Today is a major prep day for me, guys. I got a lot going on. I have 6 pieces of haddock right here that I'm going to bake off. Got my oven set for 350. I just cut up an entire head of cabbage that I'm going to use 3 ways. First way, egg roll in a bowl. It's a lot of cabbage. This is a big head of cabbage. Coleslaw. This, I'm going to take this leftover poblano that I have. Plus, I'm going to take the poblanos that I did and I'm going to chop them up and I'm going to throw them in with this. I am going to use the Italian mild sausage for my egg roll in a bowl. I have a colander over a pot of water with some broccoli in it. I'm going to steam these down a little bit because for me, I'm going to make a broccoli salad. For me, I don't like them to be too raw. So I'm going to cook them down a little bit. I'm going to cook off some of this bacon bits here from Hormel. And this, I mean, it's a lot of crumbles in here. It's really crumbly, but I think it'll be good with, I'm going to mix it with the broccoli for the broccoli salad from Wild Linderka. I'm going to tweak it a little. I'm also going to use a little bit when I do my just saute cabbage with the leftover poblano peppers, which, how many do I have left? I have 4. So I'm going to go ahead and chop them up too, and I'm going to chop this one up to, let me show you some of my chopping skills. And I'm going to speed this up and it's going to look way cooler than it actually is. I've been cutting like that for a long time. I'm surprised I haven't chopped my fingers off. These had no heat to them at all. It wasn't a bad thing. They were actually quite nice. I may save a couple of those peppers just to have. What else am I going to do? I may go ahead and just cook off the rest of this broccoli just to have it. I have right here some sliced celery that I'm going to add to my coleslaw. Celery and celery seed are really good, or celery powder, or ground, whatever that is really good in coleslaw. So, all right, we're steaming these up real nice. I'm gonna go ahead. Alright guys, I don't know why I lost audio here, but we're going to go ahead and get stuff started. Right here, I'm prepping for the fish. I'm just melted some butter and I'm pouring it over the top. As I said earlier, I had preset my oven to 350. I'm going to put a little bit of lemon juice on the top here. Not much. I don't want to overwhelm the fish with the lemon juice, so I'm just going to go ahead and put a little sprinkle on. Then I'm going to go ahead and put just a dash of garlic over the top. And as you can see right there, I have some Old Bay. I'm going to go ahead and throw some Old Bay on the top of that as well. I generally just bake this till I think it, I can take a fork and break it apart a little bit till it's flaky. These actually shrunk up way more than I wanted them to, but that's okay. It was still good fish. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and throw that in the oven till they're done. Right here, I'm chopping up some celery. I changed my mind on the celery for the broccoli salad. I'm going to go ahead and dice up some celery for the broccoli salad. I think it added a nice flavor to it. So I just chopped up one stalk, a fairly large stalk to put in with the broccoli salad. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. Right there I'm showing the end product of one of the dishes that I haven't showed yet, so I'm going to go ahead and do up the dressing for the broccoli salad. Right there I have 1 cup of mayonnaise. I'm going to use my immersion blender for this, but you can do this by hand as well. I also have 1/3 of a cup of Daisy sour cream that I'm going to add to that. Scrape it out, get every tasty morsel. I'm also going to do a squirt of the prepared yellow mustard. Oh, whoa, what happened? Okay, so 2 teaspoons of vinegar. I think my daughter got a call, that's why we stopped the video there. Now I'm going to do a squirt of the prepared yellow mustard, probably about 2 teaspoons. Right here I grabbed 2 packs of the pure sweetener. I'm thinking that I should have only used 1, but if you like your dressing really sweet, use 2. I did actually end up putting a little more vinegar in there to kind of counterbalance the sweetness. Here's some black pepper I added to it. Just a half a teaspoon of the black pepper. I later on added some salt to that. I totally forgot the salt. A couple shakes of garlic. And a little bit of poultry seasoning to this. It added a nice flavor to it. Stirring up what is to be one of the dishes that I did with the poblano peppers and the cabbage. I'm going to go ahead and hit this with the immersion blender, blend it up really nice to make a nice dressing. This turned out a little sweet, like I said, so next time if I do this one again, I'm going to just add 1 pack of the sweetener. I used the same dressing for the coleslaw, and I only used 1 pack of dressing, pack of sweetener for that as well. I do say it's good, but it was a little sweet, guys. Now I let the broccoli set to cool down after I steamed it. It is still al dente, but it's just not quite as raw. So I'm going ahead and cutting up the bigger pieces, and this was fresh broccoli, not frozen. I'm going ahead and cutting up the bigger pieces. I don't want real big pieces in this salad, more like bite-sized pieces. There were some smaller pieces in there that I mixed in too, but for the most part I was just chopping up the big pieces to put in there for a more manageable bite. And the broccoli was done just perfect. I only steamed probably maybe 10 minutes and then let it cool, ran some cool water, let it cool down. I did toast off some of those bacon bits in a frying pan just to, you know, put a little crisp on them to add to the broccoli salad here. Here's the dressing. I did put the whole thing. It probably equaled out to maybe 1.5 cups because we had the cup of mayonnaise and a 1/3 cup of the sour cream, so it probably equaled out to just about 1 cup and 1/3. Makes sense, right? So we're gonna go ahead and mix it up real good. Like I said, I did add some salt to this afterwards because I forgot to add it to the dressing, but I did add some salt to it. And as you'll see at the end of the video, I did add just a little bit of the dry seasoning ranch packets, which added a nice flavor to it as well. Came out really nice, guys. I'm also going to add a 1/2 cup of shredded cheddar cheese to this. This was 1/4 cup, so I did do 2 the 1/4 cups of the shredded cheddar, and then I just mixed that in with that as well. And it really came out really nice. And I believe Walendrika said if you let it set, it is at its best when you let it set, and she was right. It turned out really, really nice, guys. Alright, now I'm chopping up some sliced yellow onion to put in with the egg roll in a bowl, and I'm also dicing up some green onions to touch off at the end of egg roll in the bowl. Look at those knife skills, guys. Crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and do these, and then I'm going to set them to the side, and we're going to get right into the other dish that I'm doing. In the wok, I have the raw poblano and about a half a cup to 3/4 of a cup of the bacon bits. I'm also chopping up 2 of the stuffed poblanos that I did the other day to add to this. I haven't tasted this one yet, so I'm not sure how this turned out, but I did have about a tablespoon of butter in there as well. So I'm adding the diced cabbage, the little bit of diced cabbage that I had, to the raw poblano, the bacon bits, and the butter. I'm adding some salt and some pepper. And more than likely, I'm going to add some garlic because, well, I love garlic. And again, guys, all this stuff you can season to your taste. These seasonings that I'm using are to my taste. Add a little bit of olive oil. Stir it up real good, and now I'm going to add the chopped stuffed poblano that I did the other day, and I'm just going to let this cook down. And here is the finished product of that. Smelled really good when it came out, guys, so I'm hoping that it tasted good as well. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and get into the egg roll in a bowl. Here I have the Johnsonville Italian sausage. It was the mild. Normally I like to use the spicy Italian, but this is what I had on hand. It's just the mild Italian sausage. And I got about 2 tablespoons of butter in my wok, and I'm going to go ahead and start sauteing this off. Right here it's all cooked up. I have the julienned celery I'm adding to that, and I'm going to go ahead and add in my very finely sliced cabbage to that as well. I'm going to go ahead and add some sesame oil, which turned out to be about 1/4 of a cup, you guys. It may be a little less, but about 1/4 of a cup of sesame oil. Again, do it to your taste. I'm adding also some olive oil to this. I'm going to add some salt, and I'm going to add some pepper as well. I've really taken a liking to the sea salt. I still do have the pink Himalayan, but I have really taken a liking to the Mediterranean sea salt. I'm also going to add a couple of shakes of garlic powder. I don't use a garlic salt. There is the container of the kind of fresh dried ginger, kind of like the cilantro that I use. This turned out to be really good. I used a couple of pinches of that. If you have ginger, ground ginger, you can use that, or if you have the ginger paste. Be careful with the ginger paste. I do believe they add a little bit of sugar to that, but I did use this ginger. I'm also going to add real soy sauce, about 1/4 of a cup of real soy sauce. I started using the real soy sauce for the estrogen properties of it, hoping that it will help with the hot flashes. Soy sauce does have pretty high estrogen properties to it. So now I'm going to go ahead and throw together, oh, there's the fish. I'm going to throw together the coleslaw real quick. I added another stock of the julienne celery to that. Also, there's the dressing, same dressing that I used with the broccoli salad. I did not use the entire container because this was not a lot of coleslaw. And again, like I said earlier, this one I only used 1 packet of the sweetener. I'm gonna go ahead and toss this up. I let this set, I tasted it, it is divine, you guys, so good. Okay guys, here are some of the dishes that I did. There's the fish right there, egg roll in the bowl, just came out of the skillet, the coleslaw with celery, which is to die for, the broccoli salad, which I added a little bit of the ranch dry packet to it, not much, maybe a tablespoon. And there is a poblano pepper and cabbage right there. I do have a head of cauliflower in there that I may roast. I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to go ahead and do the, you know, steam off the rest of the broccoli or not. And right here, my daughter did this last night. That's a pot roast in there. So lots of meal prepping going on, guys. Because y'all know it's going to be a busy week for me. So yeah, and that's not going to stay there, so let's put it down here. Lots of dishes to do. So, alright guys, if I don't come in, you know, probably Friday, I'm going to try to take you along the ride with us to Maine. Have a fantastic day, guys. I love you so much. I'm not even going to try to do the macro counts on this. Just enjoy the day, guys. Love you so much. See you soon.